If you're seeing this, then this is your Tarot Tuesday message. My name is Lara. Welcome, welcome. We are here taking a look at the week ahead for Tuesday, September 2nd through September the 8th. Okay, so next 7 days, we're going to go ahead and take a look. We've got the tarot cards, we've got the oracle cards. You know how this goes, unless you don't. Maybe you're new and you've never seen this before. I've got tarot cards and oracle cards, and we're gonna like go through and see what we all have to look forward to. So hopefully we can get a little insight and just kind of have an idea of what kind of energy we're going to be working with throughout the week. This, again, like I said, this is Tuesday, September 2nd through the 8th. If you're seeing this video and it is on or around Tuesday, September 2nd in 2025, then amazing. We're going to talk a little bit about the astrology, just like what's going on right now, because like what is not going on right now. Glossing over that. We are going to talk a little bit about the astrology, and we are all of us who are coming to this video, we're connected into that energy. If you're seeing this video and it is not on or around or anywhere near September 2nd in 2025, that is also okay, because time is not linear. And so it doesn't really matter when you see this. If you're seeing this, you may be connected to this energy in some way. So use your best judgment. You know what's best for you. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Okay. And yeah, hopefully we can get a little insight. We can maybe get a little clarity. Who knows? We'll see what we get today, but definitely we're going to be looking at the energy that's carrying us throughout the week. Okay. So do with the information what you will. It is up to you. You have free will. You get to decide. All right. Tarot is not fixed. So you do what you want with this information. And if you don't want to see something go someplace, or if you really do want to work through whatever it is that you need to work through, then you get to make your choices. Yay! I always encourage everyone to think for themselves, listen to their own intuition. You know your situation better than I do. Okay. So, you know, and this is also a general reading. So yes, it's timeless, but it's also general. We may not be super specific to what your situation is. Maybe it will be. Maybe I'll use an example and it'll be like exactly what you're going through, which is great. Or maybe not. But it is a general reading. So it's the themes, the patterns, the energy. We're sharing all of this together. It will manifest differently for everybody. And it manifests in all different areas of your life. So even on an individual level, these themes, patterns, blah, 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 it's going to look different in your family relationships, in your romantic relationships, in your work relationships. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So good to keep that in mind. Hopefully you get a little something out of it. Maybe you'll be a little bit entertained, if nothing else. Okay. And yeah, we'll see what we have in store for us. Is that all I want to say? Yeah, I think so. Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology as far as what we have coming up this week. So actually yesterday on the 1st of September, we saw Saturn station retrograde in Pisces. And I thought Saturn was already retrograding. I don't know. I'm literally losing track of all these planets retrograding back and forth. Okay. Because it's a lot. It's all of them, and they're doing things, and I'm just, even I can't keep up. There's a lot of information to hold, okay? So whatever. But apparently, according to the astrologer girlies, we are back in a Saturn retrograde. So Saturn is karma. It is structure. It is a law. It is systems. Okay. And in Pisces, which is a very fluid, dreamy energy, okay? It is imaginative, it's creative, it is the unconscious, it's our dream world, all right? So that's a really interesting energy. We're going to be working with that for a while, I think into the beginning of next year, February maybe. So I'm sure we'll be talking more about that, but that did just happen. And I think there's a lot of things that are coming up with that. A lot of shifts are coming up with that. Also, excuse me, I burped. Also, we have a new, full moon. We just had the new moon. A full moon that's coming up on the 7th. So full moons are that halfway point, that lunation in the moon cycle. She's at her biggest and brightest in the sky. It is a time of clearing, of reassessing the things that we've been doing since the new moon. What intentions did you set out for the new moon? What needs to be cleared away? We're seeing things a little clearer maybe for what they are. Like, this is working, this is not working, right? It represents like the harvest. And when you harvest, you have to clear things out and determine what is still growing, what is ready to be harvested, what maybe needs to be clipped away and cleared. Okay. So yeah, this particular full moon, because it can't just be a full moon. Can't just be a full moon. Of course not, because we are officially in eclipse season. Hooray! Hooray! We're officially in eclipse season. So this is our first eclipse. This is a super moon eclipse. I think it's a lunar eclipse. Blood moon in Virgo. Wait. Oh my God. What is it in? That's crazy. Hang on one second. It's Aries, right? I'm pretty sure it's Aries. Okay. Is that right? Oh my God, whatever. See, I don't even know. I'm not even keeping up with it. But it's big, it's amplified. Supermoons are when the moon is at the closest point to the Earth. So it looks its largest because it's closer in proximity. And the blood moon means that it's going to be turning red. It'll look red because it's like reflecting blue, so it appears red. Anyway, there's a lot to this moon, okay? That is the 7th. So I'm just like big energies right out of the gate. I'm like, if you like, rest probably is going to be a big one. I think the entire theme of September is really like resting, resetting, recalibrating, especially like as we're finishing the last half of Virgo season. We're talking about wait, no, it's not Aries. Is it? Aquarius. Is it? I'm confusing myself now. Do you see this happening in real time? Okay, I probably should have looked this up, but I didn't before I started recording this. And that's just how it is, okay? That's just how it is sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna figure it out together. How about that? And now I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yes. There's elements of rest in here of as we're finishing Virgo season, and Virgo is all about the attention to detail, detail-oriented structures, planning, things like that. So, yeah, I mean, we're planning for the new season that we are coming into. So there we go. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say. Because I'm like, clearly I didn't retain much of anything that I looked up before this point. But that's fine. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to dive in. We're going to let the Oracle and the Tarot just let us know, okay? Sometimes you don't need to know everything, okay? I mean, you do know everything. You just don't know that you know everything because it's all like in your subconscious level. But you don't need to get bogged down with all of that, okay? Just relax, just trust it. We're going to use our intuition to navigate through this. And yeah, last week was all like surrender to the process. So here we are surrendering to the process. Okay, but without further ado, I've got my Oracle of Mystical Moments here. So let's go ahead and ask, could we please get a card just sort of talking about the vibe or the theme that we have happening for us over the next 7 days for everyone who's coming to see this video. What themes, vibes are we working with? Okay. All right. Okay. Right out of the bat, we've got 24 Mermaid's Love. Which this is so interesting because we do have this mermaid figure here. And also we have this bird-like figure here. So there's elements of water. There's elements of air. They don't actually appear to be in either place, which is interesting. Like they're meeting together right? They're not in the water. They don't appear to be in the sky, even though that's sort of like where they're coming from. So I'm picking up union of opposites kind of coming through here. Whimsical, okay? This could be literal, like some kind of partnership, perhaps. Does not have to necessarily be like romantic. It could be, maybe. We'll see, right? This could be internal. It could be external. You know, there's tenderness here. For sure. Let's take a look at what the little book says. Okay, love, partnership, support, accord. A loving couple is shown on this card. The woman is a mermaid. Her hair and tail seem to float her through the sky. A man with feathers holds her hand. He grounds and protects her. He is her base. They are from different worlds, water and the sky, but they are complete together. A perfect love union. Their differences make them stronger and balanced. They support each other in their own way, but always from a place of respect and love. Okay, so yeah, this could be very literal for you, or it could be more representative. I mean, if it is literal, it's also figurative. So, because we have things happening externally that are also happening internally. And to find that sense of union within yourself, that is really why we're here. Okay. And grounding, you know, there is that element of grounding, and you see like a lot of the brown here. So even though they're air and water, there's more elements involved in this. Okay, so that's interesting. For whatever that's worth. Let's see what our spicy oracle can tell us. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. Okay. Okay. It looks like, again, there's a lot that's left to be revealed, or, you know, I don't think, it's not even like a lack of clarity. It's just like there's certain things I think you're not supposed to know yet, because we have, it's a secret. It's a secret. On the count of 3, now you try. So this is honestly giving me like Fool energy. So I'm also getting sort of like a new beginning, some element of like energies coming together in a union as this new beginning. It's a secret. I don't think you are, it's like the universe wants to surprise you. Almost like a surprise gift. I don't know why the imagery of a gift came in, but it's a secret. I think there's going to be a lot that you don't know. And are you ready with, on the count of 3, now you try? I think there will be a really clear moment where we realize, okay, this is my opportunity. There's that preparedness, a lot of like in this unknown space. It's like you're ready to move the minute that you see your opportunity. But everything leading up to that is a big old secret. Okay. But it feels like a fun secret. It feels like a gift versus like something that is malicious or, you know, hurtful, if that makes sense. Does it? I mean, it's a secret. I guess we're going to see. We're going to find out. All right. So that being the case, let's go ahead and just take a look. Let's see if we can get 3 cards from our tarot deck. Can you please show us with 3 cards what will be working through, what energy are we moving through this week? Just 2 more cards now is all I need, please. And thank you. Thank you. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to start with our shadow cards. And these cards representing our subconscious. What's just underneath the surface for us, whether or not we're aware of it, okay? This is what is here. This is what's driving all of it right now. The Star in reverse, there is like a loss of hope or faith in what you are asking for that's coming up to the surface. Okay. Maybe it feels like you've been working really, really hard to call something into your life and it just continues not to show up. So this is what's right underneath the surface for us to be looking at. The 7 of Pentacles implies that there has been a lot of work that has gone into this, a lot of patience. You really have been doing the work and you've been nurturing these seeds that you've planted, but you cannot force a flower to bloom before she's ready, right? But you need to be attentive, okay? Which you have been. You have been. And maybe that's why it feels so disappointing with this. We'll kind of get into where the disappointment's coming from. But that loss of faith, because you're like, despite the patience that I've had, you know, this is still persistent. Something unmanifested yet. It's almost like, well, I don't even know if this is actually real. Can I actually have this? Because there's a lack of faith in whatever it is that you can have what you want, that you deserve what you want, that you're ready for what you want, even though you are continually working on it. And I think that's interesting because despite these feelings of like, it's never going to happen for me, here you are doing the work for it anyway. A lot of this has required and is still requiring you to heal, to rest, constructive rest, okay? Which has kind of been a theme over the last couple weeks, the last few readings that we've done. Okay, so I think more of that. It's regenerative here. More of that. But with the Nine of Cups, again, this is sort of like the disappointment of those unmanifested desires is still present. It's still here. There's still something that needs to be worked through around why you have lost the faith in whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. Ultimately, with the Temperance card here, this has been a process of like alchemical transformation from the inside out. Okay? This is like butterfly, caterpillar turning into butterfly. This is, this is the sun and the moon, that perfect balance. There's your higher self is here in this image, guiding you in this process. And you really are at the edge with the Ten of Wands. You're at the edge of this release, of letting all of this go. Even if it feels lost or hopeless. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, and I really do feel like this has something to do with partnership. Whether that's romantic or not is dependent on you and your situation. But because we've got the Mermaid's Love and there's some connection or something that I think you've been really waiting for. And it just hasn't come through. This week, though, what I'm looking at, we have on the table, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Two of Cups in reverse, which I think we got last week. And then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely, with the Star card in reverse, there's definitely more healing that is coming up around whatever this partnership for you is, okay? The Page of Pentacles is indicating some ungroundedness, this inability to bring those desires into the physical realm here. And the Two of Cups is representing disharmony, especially in connections and relationships. There's more to be worked through with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this is about determination. It is craftsmanship. It is practice makes perfect. Okay? But there's more work to do around this disappointment. Like the trauma of these things not coming in to fruition. Again, I think there's, it's not that you haven't been showing up to do the work. But it happens when it happens. And I think that's where it's a secret on the count of 3. Now you try is coming in. I don't think you're supposed to know a lot of the why. But you are meant to keep doing what you're doing. Because it's not that it's not available for you. I think this is really just about the timing. The timing has to be right. And that's super annoying to say. Because with the 9 of Cups here, it can be difficult. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse too. I think there's this element of like instant gratification, right? Especially, and again, that's like sort of the union of opposites. Like the instant gratification versus the work that you have to put in to be ready for what it is that you're calling in. Okay. And that is so annoying. I think that's so annoying. But yeah, we're really doing the deeper work of like identifying what seeds are not planting, right? And the way that we do that is we have to just keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again, right? What else are you even doing? But with the 8 of Pentacles, I'm really picking up on like the work of healing whatever disappointments there are. This is less about like the external for me right now, and it feels more about the internal. Because you're certainly willing to do the work. And you're willing to get curious about it as well, because you can see that she's like looking in the candle right there. So I want to say don't get discouraged. All of this is coming up for a reason. So with the big feelings, right? Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Take time to rest as you need it. Okay. I think for me in Virgo season, that's a big thing that I'm already learning is that, rest is not a luxury. It's not. And there are people who have definitely told me right to my face that like, you can't stop. You got to keep going. And I'm like, I'm going to stop because I can't show up for what I'm working on when I'm exhausted. There is a time to take action. Now you try. And then there is a time to sit in the void of the unknown. Okay? A lot of the healing comes within that void as well. You know? And the more you try to like keep your mind busy, the less you're actually able to rewire the system. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if that makes any sense, does it? I mean, like in theory, it makes sense. I guess we're going to see what happens for the week, but that's like what I would say. I mean, honor these feelings of disappointment, honor the fact that you just feel a little hopeless with whatever it is that you're working on right now. Don't fall in to that place of hopelessness. Let yourself rest. Know that you are supported by the universe, and that support becomes physical in this realm. It becomes three-dimensional when the time is right. That is so annoying to hear, and I hate that I have to say it, but I do. I'm sorry, I have to. It's what it says. It's what I'm looking at. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. That's all I've got. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, share it, whatever, or don't. I don't care, honestly. I mean, I do, but you know, I don't really, in the grand scheme of things. Right. Yeah, but anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope that this brought in a little bit of insight, maybe a little glimmer of clarity. Especially with that, we had the 10 of Wands, right? This is like at the very end, you know, let the baggage go. Let the baggage go. And, it's the full moon is coming up. So I think this is going to be that precursor. Identify what needs to be let go and use the full moon as an opportunity to ritually release it, symbolically release it, whatever. Rest and release it. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing. So yeah, I am wishing you all the luck. Wish me luck too, okay? Because I'm here in this with you. Excuse me. And yeah, that's what I've got. I'm going to post a full moon reading as well. We'll kind of focus in on what we're meant to focus on. You know what I'm saying. For the full moon. Oh my God. Where am I? It doesn't matter where I am. I'm right. I'm exactly where I need to be. Okay. So, but that's it for today. And that's it for this video. I will certainly see you on the other side.